Hey everybody, once again, welcome to A Mile in Your Shoes. Hey sexy ogre, I'm happy to be here with you guys, and hopefully you guys have had a great day. Oh, I've had an exhausting day, but we're going to get into it real quick. Update on the contest. We still have contest going on. We're still, hey. every time, every time, one of them is always like, well, here, Shadow likes to be, he's kind of a model. He likes to be involved in everything. And apparently, Peanut, who's right there, she really wants to be involved in all of this too. She wants to be famous or something. I don't know. All right. Okay. So, contest updates. Still kind of a contest going on as of now. Need more entrants. I think we're at like 4. So, that number doesn't change soon. I don't know what's going to happen. Also, I have big news for those of you who are struggling with your children being naughty. I happen to have a really good close personal friend who is going to make an appearance here in a minute. And we're going to have a quick conversation about how to get your kids to be not so naughty during the holiday season. And I'm actually kind of excited about it. I'm giddy. We were meant to talk yesterday, but it didn't happen. So I also want you guys to remember that one kind thing a day can go a long ways with somebody. I know there's like 4 of you in the world that are watching this, but it's true. One kind thing can go a long ways. Just, something as simple as, wow, I really like your hair today. Or something like that. People will be like, oh, that's so nice of you. You're the greatest person I've ever seen. Or, just buying someone's takeout behind you. I mean, if you have that kind of money and choose to do that, it's always a nice thing. People are like, I don't know if I can handle that. You don't have to do that for me. I know I don't have to. I'm asking to do it for you. Be polite. Yeah, I don't really have much to update today. Just been a lot of busy day of running around, my chicken with a head cut off and all of that. You can still see I have things behind me. Hank Aaron, let me tell you, I got a Hank Aaron bobblehead right here. I'm really hoping for a Bob Uecker one. Bob Uecker is actually one of the people I really want on the podcast. I mean, think about his career and his legacy and what he means to baseball and what, like, especially when he was coming up and the wall was coming down, the wall being not the Berlin Wall. I remember when that happened live on television. The race wall. The diversity started flooding into the locker rooms and all that. And so I really have to talk to him about that and his career in baseball and all that. So, yeah, I'm going to see how this sounds. I'm going to try and get my special guest on the phone here in a second. And then I'll post up my information for you. So, that's actually backwards. We're going to have to do it the other way around, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to do it this way. Gosh darn it. All right, well, that's all right. We'll do it that way while I talk to my special guest. And we're going to have a conversation about how to make your kids a little less naughty during the holiday season. Because everyone needs help with that, apparently. I don't know. All right, are you ready? I'm ready. I have to, I got my cellular device here. Let me dial him up, and I'll get my special guest on the phone in just a second. Let me see what I got going on here. Hello? Hey, this is Wedge. Oh, Wedge, how are you today? Hey, I'm really glad and great talking with you. I don't know if people know who you are. Do you want to talk about who you are? Well, if they haven't figured it out by now, they never will. Well, that's probably true. Hey, you had some ideas on how to make children behave during the holiday season. I can't get this to focus. Well, sometimes, Wedge, you have to try a little harder. Hey, don't be so negative towards me, Mr. Nancy. Oh, my name's not Nancy, although it does start with an N. Yeah, all right. So how can parents I can't get this how can parents make their children a little less naughty during the holiday season? I cannot get that to focus. Ho. Well, Wedge, it's funny you should ask that, because I'm willing to let you be my operator for them. All right, what does that mean? Well, if any child is being naughty or need a talking to, they can either email you at that address that's very blurry, or they can give you a call at that phone number, and I will have you patch them to me, and I will talk to them directly. Oh. Really? You do that? You would talk to children to get them to stop being naughty? Absolutely, I would. I would love to do that for them. Oh. I hope everyone has a great Christmas. Well, I thank you very much, special guest who won't reveal his name. But yes, if anyone has any issues with their children's, they can give a phone number or they can send an email, and I will get you in touch with my special guest. Oh. Merry Christmas, Wedge, and I'll talk to you again soon. Well, thank you very much, special guest. All right, so there you go. Special guest says that if you need someone to talk to your children's, give me a call and I'll patch you right through to the big guy and all of that. All right. Hey, so on one of the things I did in the contest, I said that if you sent me questions for the Hey Sex Yogurt episodes, I would answer them for you and you'd get a point per question. Well, I have some questions. People sent me questions. Can you believe that? I can't, but it's true. I have a question. The first one comes. The first question I was asked is, why am I doing this? Now, I've always said that if you're brave enough to ask the question, I'm brave enough to answer it. However, some questions need to be delayed. Why I'm doing this is I don't want to tell that story right now. Not for any vanity reasons or anything. I just don't want this to delude what we're doing. So I promise that before New Year's, I'll answer that question. Why am I doing this? It's a very long answer, and I tried answering it once before. I had to delete the video because I got very emotional. So there you go. So I can't answer that one yet. I will answer it, just not today. Another question that was sent to me was, how long have I been hosting my show? Well, that's a very good question. And the answer is all my life. No, I actually have tried to I'm getting into my email because I want to make sure I read this question properly. I don't know. Like, I've always had the gift of gab, and I've always wanted to make people laugh and have fun and all of that. So, the actual show has only been on since when did I start it? July? Something like that. Yeah, I think it was July. We've only done 10 episodes because I can't, like, I get people who say, yeah, I want to do it, and then they just don't do it. And other people are just scared or something. And I know that I always tell people that the biggest key is just to be real, and so that means I have to be real with you guys. So you'll start to get a big dose of how real I really am pretty soon. Because I need to make content and all that. And the only way I can make content, I guess, is to do things like this, where Hey Sex Yogurt, as well as just talk about things. And I know some of you are going to troll me. I know there's a lot of mean people in the world, and they'll hear things and they'll be like, oh, you're no good and all that. And you'll make fun of me, and I don't care. I've been bullied my whole life. I don't care. It's fine. So I've been hosting my show. This actually has been an idea 1.5 years in the making, and finally came true in like July. So there's that good. All right, I wanted to make sure who's my favorite Dolphin player? Oh, favorite Dolphin player. I think the obvious choice, everyone says Dan Marino, right? Actually, this is funny. This is a good story. I had never been to a Dolphins game until last year in December. My niece was cheering at the Citrus Bowl for Alabama and Michigan. And in 2020, right? No. Yes, 2020. Right before the pandemic broke out. And so I went down to see the Dolphins and the Bengals play each other. And what was really weird about that is the game that I got to go to was they were celebrating the 72 Dolphins. So I paid extra money to go down to the field beforehand for the warm-ups and all that. And as I was getting ready to go down there, Dan Marino walks into the lobby. I was like, whoa, Dan Marino. And I was actually holding, hang on, let me show you this. I was actually holding that helmet right there. And I almost went up and asked him for his autograph, but I didn't have the guts. I didn't have the nerve. I lost my nerve. I was so starstruck. I was like, oh my goodness, there he is. There's Dan Marino. I can't believe it, in the flesh. And he also had that aura of, like, I made eye contact with him, and he kind of knew what I was thinking, and he kind of gave me that stink eye, like, if you do it, I'm going to be mad at you. So I didn't ask him for his autograph. I didn't even talk to him. I wish I would have. Looking back, I wish I would have just bit the bullet and done it. But I also got to see owner Stephen Ross in the lobby. So that was really cool. But what was even really, like, awesome, in my opinion. Oh, I'm wearing that shirt again. I'm not supposed to be showing off logos. Crap, darn it. Iowa State's going to sue me. I got to meet Mark Duper, and Mark Duper did sign my helmet. And then I got to meet Big Ten legend O.J. McDuffie. And so he was really fun. He was actually very, very nice. And he spent a few minutes with me talking about his trips to Kenneck and some of the things that were kind of like, I don't want to say, he said it was a tough place to play because it gets so loud because of the way it's built. And the fans are great there. And then he would always talk about how the Penn State-Iowa rivalry is one of the ones that people don't talk enough about because they're always like hard-fought games. Hardly ever a blowout. And he said he always hated playing Iowa because the defense was so tough. So it was great. I got a chance to talk to him about, being in the Big Ten and being a Dolphin and all that. But my favorite Dolphin player, Zach Thomas is probably my favorite. Whoop! I just knocked over my desk. Zach Thomas is probably one of my favorites. John Offerdahl is one of my favorites. Obviously Mark Duper and O.J. McDuffie are now my favorites. I loved Ryan Fitzpatrick when he was there. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is truly tremendous. I'm trying to think of all the other Dolphin players. I mean, so many good ones that have come and gone. But yeah, I think those are the ones that kind of jump off of the page at me as the ones that I would really enjoy. I really enjoyed O.J. McDuffie. He was so nice. He was very nice. It's always nice when you meet someone who you cheered for and rooted for, and then you find out how nice they are. I love people who are humble. I love people. Kerry Elbows was very humble. He was very polite. I love talking to him. Yeah, I love humble people. I love humble people. Let's see here. Anything you wish you could change in the last 2 years? Hoofed. Last 2 years. Anything that I would like to change? Well, my looks. I wish I was a little more Keanu Reevey, kind of hot and kind of sexy. Girls see me and they just kind of like faint. That'd be nice, and have like that Channing Tatum like sex appeal. I have the sex appeal of an orange. So my hair's always like, it doesn't cooperate when I want it to cooperate and all that. So yeah, that's the end of that. I mean, just I wish I looked a little better. Let's see, what else would I do? I would change some of my mental health a little bit. I actually started doing therapy over the last couple of years. Thanks to Rachel Bloom for that too, because I was watching her show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and that's what got me into therapy. True story. See, that's the weird thing about me is I'm too honest. I give you guys too much information sometimes. All right, well, there you go. That's all the questions that I've been asked for this day. So if you want to enter the contest, make sure you send me an email at wedgestevens@gmail.com, heysexyogre@gmail.com, sexyogreproductions@gmail.com, as well as on the Tweety at Wedge Stevens and at Hey Sexy Ogre. You can also reach me at TikTok at Wedge Stevens and on Instagram at Wedge Stevens. I haven't checked the Instagram, so maybe there's some more in there I don't know about. Yeah. We need more entrants to make this thing happen. That's the sad reality of this whole thing. So, if you're in the Iowa area, I'll gladly take you. If you're in any area, send me a nomination for somebody else. Also, my heart goes out to you folks in Kentucky. I'm actually thinking about driving down. We have someone from Iowa going down to Kentucky, and I might ride along with them to help distribute goods and such. So I have to see what my schedule's like, my kids' schedule and all that, and see what we can work out. But everyone in Kentucky, man, that was a terrible thing that happened, and I feel for you. And I hope more people talk about it. I hope more people show up, because I remember when we went to the Durade show, nobody talked about it. I mean, we are a community not built for 142 mile an hour winds. There's videos out there. Go look at them. That's incredible. We saw buildings just flying away. I sat in my back window and I watched it, and looking back, that was probably the dumbest thing I could have done. But that was the craziest storm I've ever seen. And we're supposed to have like 70 mile an hour winds tomorrow. Man, what in the world? All right, well, 17 minutes is up. Thank you guys for listening. If you did listen, if you didn't, that's all right. I don't listen to myself half the time anyway. So I have to pay someone to listen to me for an hour. So if you want to enter the contest, please let me know. Hey, if you want to come talk about your life, let me know. A Mile in Your Shoes is always looking to get people to come in on top of their lives, because diversity means different than others. That's the Peter shirt. You know what? Speaking of that, I have a point of contention with the team. I'm not going to mention the team, but I was doing some research on the NBA and some of the teams and what have you, and I don't know if this is a league-wide thing or if it's just to this team. But they had an artist contest I think it's still going on. I didn't read a ton of it. I just read kind of what it was about. And it was for artists who are female, black, LGBT, Q+, indigenous, Hispanic. Basically, it's everyone who's not white and male. That's essentially, like, you go and you read it, essentially the only people who cannot enter are white male. If you're a white man, you can't get into this thing. And while I can understand what you're going for, and while I can appreciate what you're going for, I think that fighting exclusion with exclusion, it's a bad look, dude. You know, I've always said this, and I will say it again. I think love is always the strongest answer. Love is stronger than anything you'll ever do. And if you can just simply say to someone, you know what, I forgive you, and move on, that's what the world needs more of. Everyone just needs to let go of the past and stop hating each other. Well, that's easy for you to say, Wedge. You're a white male. You don't know my life. My life has been far from easy. And I've been on that coin where you're the only kid that walks into your classroom and you're the only kid of your own color in there. I know how uncomfortable that is. And I'm not saying that my life is the same, but there's moments and aspects of your life that I can relate to. You know, and I think that was really the whole point of A Mile in Your Shoes, right? To just kind of see the world from somebody else's point of view and maybe find out that we're not that different. And if we all would just love each other, how much better would this world be? Just do one kind thing a day. That's it. That's all. Just one kind thing. You know, pick a stranger, someone you've never met before, and just do something nice for them. Buy someone an extra, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I've heard about people who do the chain of kindness at Starbucks. Just hey, whoever's behind me, I'll pay for theirs too. And then it starts the chain of kindness, and people just start buying each other coffee. I mean, something small like that can brighten someone's day. You don't know what that person behind you, what's going on in their life. Maybe it's a single mom who's got some vodka that she's going to dump into that coffee. You never know. You never know. Wedge, people don't drink and drive. I seen it happen. One day I was in my Uber. I'll finish the story and I'll let you go. I was in my Uber and I pulled up to a gas station. This is true. This is a true story. I pulled up to the gas station. I pulled up next to someone, and he's got a 40 in his hand, a big tall boy, and he's just slurping down a Budweiser. And I was like, pretty sure you shouldn't be doing that. Now, I didn't say anything to him about it. Maybe I should have. I don't know. People drink and drive all the time, apparently. I know friends of mine that go and they have a drink at the Texas Roadhouse or whatever and drive their little happy butts home. I don't know your life. I don't know what your tolerance is. I don't know what you consider to be acceptable and not, and I don't judge you for it. I just hope you never get pulled over and lose your license over it, because I know a lot of people who have OWIs. And I know the inconvenience and pain and havoc that is. So, there you go. All right, 21 minutes. Sorry, it went too long. Hey, if you want to enter the contest, wedgestevens@gmail.com. HeySexyYogurt@gmail.com. SexyYogurtProductions@gmail.com. HeySexyYogurt or at Wedge Stevens on the Twitter. At Wedge Stevens on Instagram and TikTok. Otherwise, guys, talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.